Bringing a child into the world at any age means big changes in your life, not to mention lots of responsibility. All mums and dads need support, advice, and to learn how to manage these responsibilities. If you become a parent when you are still young yourself, making this transition will present more challenges. Whilst there are supports out there, especially for young mums, what about dads? Chris became a dad at 19. Bianca and Hayley are now 3 and nearly 2. Alex became a dad at 19. Kira is now 1.5. Chris became a dad at 19. Abby is now 3.5 and his son David is 2. Tristan became a dad at 18. Michaela is now 5 years old. Taka became a dad at 21. Michaela is nearly 2.
Shocked, bewildered, and very scared.
Mixed emotions. I think it was mainly just a bit of shock, you know, not knowing what to do.
I was a bit shocked, didn't know what to do.
Bit dumbfounded, what am I going to do sort of thing. Yeah, big shock to the system.
Shock. We've been only seeing each other for 6 months, so pretty like straight in your face. Now you're confronted with this, what are you going to do about it, sort of thing. It was very scary. When I told my parents, they were very supportive. So like, you sure you know what you're doing? Do you think you're too young? Not telling me what to do, but more like asking my opinion on it.
Told them was you idiot. Then they settled down.
It was pretty bad because I think because of the distance, my mum was in Canada at the time. So when I told her I was pregnant, she sort of flipped out and assumed that I wasn't going to school and just messing around all the time. In my culture, it's sort of, you know, parents will save up their whole lives to send their kids abroad to sort of get that better education. And here I was, I hadn't finished university yet, and I was telling her that I'm about to become a father. I guess we agreed at the beginning that, you know, we're both in this, and however each person feels sort of needs to be taken into consideration.
We were aware of all our options on what to do when we found out she was pregnant, but we chose to stick with it and stick with each other.
When she asked me my opinion, and then we were just discussing it, it eventually got too out of hand, arguing about it, in fact. And then in the end I left the decision making up to her, which for me wasn't necessarily easier, but it was better peace of mind, because then I didn't have to worry about her decision, because it is her decision. Yeah.
Well, luckily we'd spoken about abortion and all that sort of thing, not intending on having a kid at all, but it just come up in conversation over the years, sort of thing. But yeah, Amy's religious, so abortion wasn't really an option. But I was just going to stick by her either way. I was happy. I wasn't disappointed.
I didn't know how to support my partner when she was pregnant at all. There's not much around for young parents as far as we knew when she fell pregnant. I worked hard to get to the things that we needed to move out and have a young child. So yeah, just worked hard and took her to the classes she needed to go to. That's about it.
My way of supporting her was to work harder, look for somewhere to live, organise my life in a direction instead of just sort of living, partying. Wasn't necessarily the better option anymore, so I was trying to focus myself.
I helped her out in any way, shape or form I could. I was more just winging it on the spur of the moment.
I didn't have anyone to talk to. A lot of guys at work, they tried to help me out and tell me things, but you've got to really experience it for yourself.
I did actually have a few people to talk to. I had my parents to talk to and my sister to talk to and a few other family members, people at work to talk to as well, so I've had quite a bit of support there.
Since we did have the baby, you do lose a lot of friends, not because they don't care about you, but just because your interests and your priorities are different. I had to start thinking, I need to finish school, I need to get a full-time job, and I need to try and start saving up as much money as I could, whereas my friends were still thinking, we're still at uni, we're still going to have a good time.
My life's changed quite a lot when I was in school. In fact, Elise got pregnant just after we finished school. I was going to go to uni and had all these plans for my life. Now it's still planned, but it's a much different course that I'm taking. So
My life has changed because I've settled down. I'm not a complete idiot anymore, and I've matured a lot more rapidly than I should have.
My life's changed dramatically since becoming a dad. I can't be a gypsy and chop and change work. I can't go out with friends as much as I'd like to. A lot of things you can't do when you're a young parent.
Going out's a bit different. I don't go out with my mates and get drunk anymore, or do it. Oh, I do, but that's not why I go out. I can just go out and hang out with my mates, and I take Kira along now, and it's just more barbecues and just more entertaining things with Kira as a family. And I don't see, when I was younger, 14, 15, you see your family as sort of a burden, you don't really want your family around, but now I've got my own family. I love having a family. It's completely different. We stay together every night, whether it's at her parents or my parents, and if we get sick of each other's parents, we can just go to the opposite's house. And we've got room at both houses for Kira and ourselves, so it works out. We're lucky in that way.
if you're going to stay with your partner, then you've got to build a family. But if you want to be just a father, long distance, if you want to see your kids, or if you want to just pay child support or anything like that, you've got to work out which way you want to go about it.
My role is basically just to be that sort of positive male figure in her life, making sure that your family is safe and secure, making sure that what you do impacts your family positively.
My role as a father is to bring home the money, I suppose, because I believe, along with my wife, that a child needs her mum at home for the first 5 to 6 years. So yeah, working full time, 2 jobs.
It's a lot of fun actually, because you get to see your kids grow up and all the rest, so there's a lot of fun there.
There has to be an income because I'm supporting a family, and it's good having the pressure there. It makes me work harder at work and makes me want to keep my job more. Changing nappies and doing the dad things. I know, helping out around the house as much as I can, which I've never done before. So it's a bit of a shock. Still learning.
Been at work all day and coming home to little one running up, giving you a hug and a kiss, taking them to the park, taking them to the show and to animals and things like that. Things that you forget when you're older, how much you enjoyed it as a child.
It's coming home, getting a cuddle and a kiss from your kids every time you come home.
It's funny, people say to me that I should have had a kid earlier because I'd probably have a house one year. Because I worked for 4 years before I had Kira, and I didn't have a cent saved. It was just partying or drinking, that sort of thing. Yeah. And now it's like, the only thing I want to do is get a house, so.
You need to keep together and support each other through the hard times, because there are going to be hard times, but I promise you there will be very, very, very good times, and it is worth it. Even when it does seem like everyone is against you, as long as you've made that decision, whatever it may be, you need to stick it out no matter what anyone says, and make sure that there are going to be consequences to that decision.
Spending time with my kids, watching them learn and grow, is really, 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 really good. Makes me very happy to see them learn new things, new words, new games. even watching them fall and learning how to pick themselves up, still great.
The financial role was sort of towards being a parent, and you have to sort of think more than yourself and what you're supposed to do for your kids and all that. So yeah, it has sort of put a bit more financial strain on myself, but I'm okay.
Oh, challenges to being a father, I'd say in the beginning it's the sleepless nights.
Sleepless nights, having to get up for work at 4 o'clock in the morning and only had 2 hours sleep, that's a challenge. The bills, social life, well, at first there was no social life, but as you go through and your child grows up, you meet new friends. You meet friends that have got kids and friends that want to have kids, but for me, being a dad or becoming a dad, I found who my true friends were, the ones that stuck around.
The biggest challenge in being a parent would be, for me, is to try and work out how to manage spending time with the kids and all the good things, along with all the work and the problems and things you got to work around. It's hard to find time to fit everything in.
Having a child affects my choices by me thinking about the consequences more. Well, if I do something stupid and crash my car or lose my licence, I won't be able to work. I won't be able to work if I crash my car. Money goes to getting my licence back, to getting my car fixed, or not even just that, just going out and that sort of thing. How many beers I buy. If I see something I like, I don't just buy it straight away. I'll work it into the budget and buy it over a few weeks. But you can still live a pretty fun life being a dad. It doesn't have to be all work, no play. You can still have a good time.
Becoming a parent presents lots of challenges and responsibilities. Life takes a very different course. If you're planning on taking a risk, think of the consequences.
Today marks the beginning of a beautiful friendship, cause the stronger my heart gets, the stronger my pen gets. I'm waiting in line for good times to follow me with sunshine, baby, all darkness hardly. We keep it on the up and up, man, no frontin'. I wonder if I'm needing to frown more or something, cause smile stay on my lips and face for a while. The return of the Jedi, don't touch the